live. Hampton University, how y'all feeling? Y'all good? Yeah, okay, cool, y'all cool, all right. So look, man, welcome to the event, man. Thank y'all for coming out. Hope y'all enjoyed the food. Pizza was straight, y'all good? Pizza was good? All right, cool. So look, man, we about to have a good time, man. This is gonna be a really dope event. We're gonna talk about a lot of things. We're gonna get your questions. You can ask the hard questions that you hadn't thought about, the ones you have thought about. So, but before we do that, man, I want to get to know y'all a little bit, right? I got a few questions for y'all, all right, before y'all start asking the questions. This is for the ladies right here, the ladies. If your man works a good job, I'm gonna take that back. If you work a good job, and your man say, I need $200 to invest in my career, y'all gonna give him the money? Yeah, oh, okay, y'all good. Okay, what if he say, I wanna invest in my sewing career, my knitting? You say that, y'all cool? What about his rap career, y'all cool? So, well, hold on. Not the rap career? All right, fellas, would y'all appreciate your woman supporting your hip-hop career? Thank you. That's all I'm saying, man. Believe in us. Dang, y'all switch up, man. All right, when we make it big, don't ask for nothing, all right? So look, this for the fellas, all right? What's too much to spend on the first date? How much is too much to spend on the first date? Oh, who we got? Let me see your hand. What you say, bro? What you say? I said, come on, stand on business. Come up, man. Hey, give him a hand like, come up, man. Stand on business. What's your name?
My name is Joshua Augustine. I'm the second year in the School of Business on the pre-law track. And I believe $60 is the most you should spend on the first date. 30 for you, 30 for the shorty.
30 for you, 30 for the shorty. Okay. 30. Okay. Y'all not going to any upscale restaurants, I'll tell you that right now. Hey, my guy, come on up, man. Give him a hand, man. Come on, stand on business. Thank you. It's very mindful, very demure of you.
Hi everybody, my name is Dylan Colbert. I'm a second year in pre-med bio from Illinois. And I would say like 70. You take her somewhere nice, this first one's like, I'd say 70.
Okay, all right. First date, 70. All right, cool. All right, so we got 70. All right, who says higher than 70? Oh, we got some big ballers in here. All right, so what you say, man? Oh, it's no amount? Oh. Very mindful of you, very demure. How much is too much to spend on the first date?
I'm dropping that bag.
Oh. Wait, how much?
Huh?
There's no limit?
There's no limit. We're going to Ruth Chris, all that.
Oh.
All that.
Okay.
It's on. You're good. Y'all can give it up one more time. Just one more.
Make me feel good. I'm doing. So let me show you how I chose my major. Okay, I said whatever doesn't have a test that you have to take at the end. And then I said, okay, as long as you don't have to write a paper, that thesis or whatever, I didn't want to write that. That's actually how I chose my major. I said that I didn't like to write, that's how I chose my major, right? But ironically, I ended up becoming an author because I figured myself out later on. And I figured out a whole bunch of other things later on. And so not only the game that I had a chance to put together, I'm also a relationship coach. When people come to me, okay, I always like to say, it's fourth quarter and 2 minutes left in the relationship game.
They're down by 3 touchdowns and nobody there is Brady, and they come to me to try to save the relationship.
That's when people come to me. Only about 30% of people even do pre-marriage counseling. But a community is made up of families. And families are made up of individuals who produce that family.
Right? So in order for us to improve our communities, we have to improve our families.
In order for us to improve our families, we have to take a look at the 2 people that can build that family. So what I said to myself is that, okay, maybe I didn't know myself when I was in college. Maybe I didn't have a good walk during that time. But what I can do is take the knowledge that I have and go back to my alma mater and have just a little conversation.
Now, we're not about to have church in here, but I do want to share with you that having your relationship with God has a lot to do with your progress and your purpose to move forward.
Because when you have that ongoing conversation with him, he's going to show you which direction that you need to walk in. So that's the first relationship that I should have done better that I didn't have. So I'm asking you to think about that just a little bit more and cultivate that right now, and that will help you later on. The second thing was the relationship with myself. I find in most relationships is that the one person that does not show up inside of most relationships is ourselves. And what most people do is that they just attach themselves to somebody, all right? Go on, be with them, have sex, do whatever, right? And then later on down the road, they figure out that they really don't like the direction of that person because you weren't communicating with yourself first. You were just going off of somebody else's communication. And these people have children, by the way. These people buy houses, okay? And have assets. And then later on down the road, they figure, wait a minute, this is what I really want to do. This is what I really want to be. How do I know that? I was one of those people. People are always trying to tell me what to do. They're trying to tell me where to go here. They're trying to tell me, I got these SATs coming up and I got to take this test and I got to act right like this in class. I got to make these type of grades or whatever.
And she was like, it's like I'm always trying to do something, right? But I really need to pay attention to what I really want to do.
And I thought that was very impactful, and I wanted to bring that to you guys because if you think about it, particularly men, we're always taught to do, we're not taught to feel. Okay? And then we go linking up with a woman who's been taught more to feel from day one. All right? Oh, okay, some of y'all looking at me crazy. Okay. Gentlemen, raise your hand real quickly. Okay? You can put your hand down. If what I'm about to say you haven't heard it, you can then put your hand down. Man up. Be tough. Don't cry.
Don't act like a girl. Ladies, if you looked around, gentlemen, you can put your hands down.
Those phrases sound familiar, man? Right? So from day one, you're taught not to feel. And our those people who raised us, they more did it to try to make you, be that man in life. But then also, when you meet somebody and you feel some type of way, right? You don't even really know how to be with that person, right? And you don't know how to communicate. So it is okay for you to feel. It is okay for you to cry. You're not always going to be tough. You're going to be weak sometimes. It doesn't make you less than a man. But when that first relationship pops off, and then and then he shows you your direction and the purpose of where you're going to go, right? No matter how you feel, you don't feel less than a man because you know that you're going to feel some type of emotion, right? But again, we weren't taught that. If he doesn't have a relationship with himself, then it's going to be difficult with him having a relationship with you. And I want to just implore you, having an opportunity of speaking with yourself. And so one of the ways that you can do that right now, pay attention to the way you feel. The way you, on a daily basis, or practice mindfulness. When you feel some type of way, sometimes you just have to ask yourself, why are you feeling like that? It's one of the other reasons why we have our counseling service here to kind of talk about that. Because I know when I was coming up, okay, if you're in counsel, there's something wrong with you. And she is also from our alma mater here at Hampton University. I want to bring up Miss Elisa Buckner. What dorm did you stay in freshman year?
Davidson. I don't even think it exists anymore.
Davidson.
Does it exist?
Okay. Here's the thing. So when you were here at Hampton, right? Mm-hmm. Hampton lady here, do you feel like that you knew yourself when you were here?
So I'm from Oregon, mm-hmm. Portland, Oregon. So and have family from Seattle, so I can resonate with my Northwest person that was over there. Mm-hmm. So I think the thing that I knew confidently is that I wanted to be around my people. I was definitely already felt like I had a relationship with God. Okay. But I too treated it like a drive-through. Okay. My relationship with Him. Mm-hmm. When I needed something, then right. I would, do a drive-by prayer.
If you had to just drop a bomb on them real quickly, or just something that what should they know? Just what?
Oh my gosh. Okay, stand up, girls. Stand up. It's a good one. Yeah, we're smart. We're beautiful. Well represented in here, I can see that. We have a reputation. And so, a lot of gentlemen that go to college here and other places, they know where they can find their wives. Don't you agree? Don't you think so?
Yeah, okay. I wasn't looking for one when I was. Right. I was not looking for a wife. I was looking for something, but it wasn't a wife.
And it was a good one. And I guess what I would probably say to the ladies is to make sure that it's not imaginary and that you actually, your reputation is actually really you. And that you, again, know who you are.
Right.
And that you are confident in actually knowing yourself. So there's some things that you can actually begin to be a foundation for you as a young lady that can begin here. You don't have to wait until you leave off of campus.
What I wanted to look at this really quickly. What things are game time for the enemy?
I think that we have to be mindful of when we're most vulnerable, and also the lens in which we approach our life. So, you know, we're all here on this beautiful Hampton campus, but we all came from families that have different situations. I had issues in my family. A lot of times we have different issues in our origin family, or we have different experiences that we've had. And so sometimes our lens that we approach things with may be a little distorted.
Okay.
And so if we're not honest about maybe where our shortcomings are, or where we might need to unpack and talk through some things with a counselor or with someone that you trust on the campus that has wisdom, that you could possibly set yourself up for the enemy to really take advantage of that area of weakness.
What about the ladies that do the status chasing? What have you seen end up happening for folks that really like, you know, they're just after somebody just based upon their status, whatever, not really loving or caring for them, whatever. Well, let's just go to the people who just the women that status chase.
None of us want to hook up with a bum. Right? I mean, honestly, like, let's be honest.
Okay.
Like, we're not trying to do that.
Okay.
But I think that what we're looking for at certain ages in life is potential.
I would like for you to give it up to Miss Corey Harris. All right. And come on, Miss Lewis, come on up here. You know, Miss Harris, if you just want to share, is it that your department is normally brought in when there's a crisis, or is there anything proactively, kind of like what Ms. Lewis was speaking about, that you can share?
Basically, at the beginning of the year, I do a lot of education. I go to University 101, I go to Farm B, I go like basically all over the place. And this is not only for students. You know, what can I get from the Title IX office? How can I talk to this person that, you know, I met on campus? How do I explain to them that I'm not ready for what they want? Or how can I explain to them that that is not something that's on my radar? You know, what can I get from the Title IX office? How can I talk to this person that, you know, I met on campus? How do I explain to them that I'm not ready for what they want? Or how can I explain to them that that is not something that's on my radar?
Not only maybe understanding your own boundaries, but then or how to deal with somebody else's. Can you talk about that for a second? Or?
I come in contact with a lot of young women who come into the office. And this is something that I see like all across different classes, especially our freshman women that come in. So then they come to me and say, "Hey, Ms. Harris, I'm feeling like this, and I think this what is occurring." And I'm like, "Well, no, let's kind of unpack it." And a lot of times this comes from like childhood. I deal with a lot of people who may have been, you know, victimized during childhood. They don't have that conversation with their parents or that relationship with their parents where they can talk about difficult conversations such as sex. A lot of that is taboo.
I don't want you guys to think of counseling like you see on the TV or the movies, where you're sitting down on the couch. It is your space, and I want you to utilize it the way that you're comfortable. So if you ever come see me, you want music, you want coloring, you want Play-Doh, you want candy, whatever, that's what I'm there for. That's what this service is there for. And it's not necessarily because I'm having a bad day.
Right.
I want to change that narrative that I'm only going to counseling like we're doing the drive-by, right, with God. I want to go to counseling because I'm having a good day.
Robinson, Jasmine Davis, come on in. Of the Greer Dawson Wilson Student Leadership Program. So, Mr. Marquise Taylor, thank you for joining. Also a member of the Beta Chi chapter of Camp Outside. So, how did you guys meet, and what made you choose this person? So I want to answer for each one of y'all.
First got to Hampton, and SLP does like the thing where she was in SOP. So like when everybody like picks a big and everybody like, goes on the field and like you pick a group. And I was like a freshman and she was a sophomore in SOP. So like I had my number and then they asked me to go to a certain group, but then I saw her and I was like, yeah, I'm in that group, you know. So I just went straight.
What made you know from the want to the need?
I think for me it was confidence.
Okay.
He had like so much confidence with himself, and then his relationships with his friends and family like were so strong. And everybody talked about him so highly. I was like, wow, like I gotta get to know this dude. So,
And that kind of goes to what you were saying earlier about reputation, right?
Right.
And maintaining that from, and I guess from freshman year, he was maintaining that. So had he not, I'm thinking, maintained the right reputation,
Right.
she might have just kept on going. So Elisa, I want to throw this over here to you really quickly because you're currently dating. Is that correct?
Put him on blast. Oh my goodness.
He's been out it. He's thinking.
I feel like a lot of people, at least within my age group, they get into a relationship and they lose themselves in their partner. So they have to always remember that you have a life outside of your partner. And you still have to put yourself first.
So can I go and hang with my friends and you go and hang with your friends and that be okay? Like we don't have to be together all the time.
It's perfectly fine for your partner to have a life outside of you. You shouldn't feel obligated to be with your partner 24/7. In my opinion, I think that's unhealthy.
Y'all be God and you going hard.
And I'll just like for me and my husband met at Florida A&M.
Topic that she was talking about, like I wanted to say like what God has you is gonna happen. If it's not meant for you to be with that person, then He's probably gonna have something better aligned for you.
Come on.